In our previous lessons, we built the structure of our website using HTML semantic elements. But a website is not just about structure, it also needs style. That's where CSS comes in. Today, we'll learn what CSS is, why we use it, and how to apply it to our portfolio website. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Let's break this down. Cascading. This means that styles are applied in a specific order of priority. We'll learn more about this in later lessons. Style. It is used to design and enhance the appearance of web pages. Sheets. The styles are written in separate files called style sheets that define how the web page looks. We use CSS to make websites look attractive, readable, and user-friendly. Without CSS, web pages would look dull and unorganized. Here's what CSS allows us to do. Change colors of text and backgrounds. Adjust fonts, sizes, and spacing for better readability. Control layouts, making elements align properly. Make websites responsive so they work on different screen sizes. In short, CSS brings a life to a website. There are 3 ways to apply CSS. Number 1 is inline CSS. An inline CSS is used to apply style directly to an element. It uses the style attribute of an HTML element. The following example sets the text color of the H1 element to blue, and the text color of the P element to red. Number 2 is the internal CSS. An internal CSS is used to define a style for a single HTML page. An internal CSS is defined in the head section of an HTML page, within a style tag. The following example sets the text color of all the H1 elements, on that page, to blue, and the text color of all the P elements to red. Number 3 is the external CSS. An external style sheet is used to define the style for many HTML pages. To use an external style sheet, add a link to it in the head section of each HTML page. The external style sheet can be written in any text editor. The file must not contain any HTML code, and must be saved with a .css extension. To use an external style sheet, add a link to it in the head section of each HTML page. As installed earlier, I am now using VS Code instead of Notepad++. But you can use any editor of your choice. It's totally up to you. Let's begin with inline CSS first and try to implement it. On my P tag, let's write a style attribute like this. And inside the style attribute, we will give a color blue. We can see it in action by right-clicking on our file and open it in default browser if you have already installed the extension as mentioned in the previous video. You can see our style is successfully applied on the paragraph. Let's implement the internal CSS now. For internal CSS, we need to create a style tag inside our head tag. Due to the IntelliSense, it's easier to write code now. We are giving our H2 a color of red. You can see all our H2 headings are turned red now. Now the third method of adding styles to a website is using external CSS. As it is named, the CSS file should be placed outside the HTML. So we create a new file and name it styles.css. The extension is very important. Let's give our H1 heading a background color and see it in action. Now refresh the page. Oops, why it's not working? The reason is, we have added a file but we did not link it to our HTML file. How our HTML file will know about the CSS file? So, we need to link it using the link tag. Create a link tag like me. It has a rel attribute that means relation. Inside this, you need to write stylesheet because that is what we are creating. The most important attribute is href. It is same we do for anchor tags. Here you need to give the path of your CSS file. Now let's see it in action. Refresh the browser. Hooray! We have learned to apply CSS using all three ways. But what if we add a same style using all three methods? Which style will win then? CSS follows a priority order. The inline CSS has the highest priority. Then comes the internal CSS with medium priority. And the external CSS has the lowest priority. But wait, there's also the important rule, which overrides everything. We'll explore that later. Let's see it in action. Let's pick H3 and apply styles using all three CSS styling methods. We have two H3 here in our first page. First of all, I am going to apply external CSS. Let's say I am going to give it a background color of yellow. Of course, you can choose anything. Now on my HTML page, I am writing internal CSS in the head section inside the style tags. Let's give any background color to the same H3 tag here too. I am choosing aqua color here. Now in the last of all, I am going to apply inline CSS for only one of the H3 tags here. Write a style attribute and inside it give a background color of any of your choice. I am choosing beige color here. Save the file and open it in your default browser. You can see that inline CSS wins. It is successfully applied on the first H3 heading, but the other H3 heading has background of aqua color, which we have given in internal CSS. Let's remove the internal CSS and see which color will it show. Now it is showing the color we have given in external CSS. So we can see that the external CSS has the lowest priority and the inline CSS has the highest priority of all. Now it's your turn. Create styles.css file for your project. Select a tag and apply CSS using all three methods. Experience the priorities yourself. Don't forget to share your experience in the comments section. In this video, we have learned: what is CSS? Why do we apply CSS? Ways to apply CSS, and the priority order of CSS. In the next video, we will going to learn about selectors and properties. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our exciting lessons.